What's up, guys? Welcome to Daily Dose of Reddit. This is your host, Zach, and today's subreddit is r/ChoosingBeggars. This story's called How a Choosing Beggar Karen Tried to Sell Me My Own Stuff and Almost Got Arrested. Edit 1. This is basically my first post, so I didn't know what to do with it. Ha ha ha! But there's a tilde in the comments. So as the title says, I'm not quite sure where this post really goes, since I believe regards both communities. For context, me and my boyfriend are Brazilians, and we moved to Argentina in 2018, but ended up coming back to Brazil this year. Gotta thank Brovit, huh? I said that weird. We went there to study, as many Brazilians do, as education in Brazil is kinda hard and expensive. I wanted to go to medical school. The price in Brazil is absurd. Let's just cut to the story. In the end of our first year in Buenos Aires, we decided to move from our current living situation, a hostel, and go to an apartment. But here's the deal. We didn't make a contract because I had a friend who was living there, but she decided to go back to Brazil and asked us if we wanted to move there. It was a horrible apartment, but cheap living, so we said yes. The owner, our beautiful choosing beggar Karen, didn't ask us to sign anything. We asked her if she wanted to, but she said we didn't have to. Save this information for later. We agreed, got her a down payment and a 3 months in advance, which didn't mean anything since she charged us the 3 months anyway. But as I said, cheap living. Well, it was the end of the year when we moved, around September, and we were planning on going back to Brazil for the holidays and vacation. All good and perfect. No problems there, and no problems in our second year either. She was always perfect and the cutest. She was an old lady with colored hair, always changing, and I really loved her despite her always sending 10-minute audios on WhatsApp more than once a day. But that's totally fine. I've never really listened to the whole thing because she'd repeat everything over and over again. So 2020 comes in. The 2020. We came to Brazil in the end of 2019, as always planned, and my friend's contract was about to end in May, and she kept asking us if we wanted to renew it. We didn't. The apartment was horrible. No windows at all. So we said no. We planned on staying in Brazil up until April. We were already planning our move and were already apartment hunting because we didn't want to stay there at all. But then pandemics came. Lockdown everywhere and stuff, obviously. We were always in contact, but the contract ended during lockdown. We couldn't go there to move our stuff, and, well, it's understandable. She was always nice about everything. I've asked her more than once if she wanted us to send her more money since the apartment was cheap. Argentinian pesos was really down and the dollars were up high. She said no and no. Okay, no problems there, except that she was constantly complaining about how cheap the apartment was and that she was losing money and stuff. Then August came. We decided to just stay in Brazil for good since we've opened a business and it is doing good. I contacted her before the next rent hit and told her I would be asking a friend to move my stuff, but I would obviously pay her for the next rent and that she could have all the furniture we bought. Bed, table, desk, TV rack, etc. And this is when Karen choosing beggar begins. She tells me I can ask for a friend to pick up my stuff the next morning because she was having someone to change the locks on Monday since she had someone renting the apartment already. I was so confused by this, but then it hit me, and you'll see it later. But she couldn't dare to touch my TV and my washing machine. I bought them because she was keeping them. I asked her why and told her I already had another friend wanting to buy them. I couldn't leave them to her. She said no, if I cause any problems with it, she wouldn't let anyone go near the apartment. I agreed, so I could have all my stuff back. Everything was there. Documents, books, clothes, kitchenware, etc. But I had to find someone in less than 24 hours to pick everything up. It was around 8 p.m. already. I went to Karen and told her I couldn't find anyone in such short notice to move everything. It was Tuesday. All my friends had jobs. It would be impossible. Karen said okay, but it had to come Saturday morning. I sent my friend, let's call her Rachel, 5,000 reals, I think, so she could pay the movers, and they went there on Saturday morning. None of my friends agreed with me leaving my stuff for her, especially since I bought it and gave her so much money money at the beginning of the contract. But okay, I suck at confrontations. Rachel said she wouldn't leave anything behind, and the best part, Rachel was dating a cop. Not just a cop, the head of the police department. Rachel asked her boyfriend if what Karen was doing was legal. He said that it absolutely was not, and to try and get everything out, if she stepped in, she should call the police right away. It was stealing after all. So there goes Rachel, Saturday morning with the movers and thirsty for Barraco. Calling it a fight isn't as relatable as the Barraco in Brazil. Karen wouldn't be there since she said there was a case of Brovid in her building and they were on lockdown. So she sent her daughter instead. Let's call her ex-Karen. Well, everything was indeed going smooth. I was here anxious and way too nervous. I had already blocked Karen on my WhatsApp simply because I can't deal with it. So everything was on the truck, but the TV, the washing machine, and the furniture. Rachel went to pick it up, and the ex-Karen, her daughter, stopped her. I don't know how this part went since I wasn't there, but suddenly, Rachel tells me Karen is there throwing a fit, not letting anyone go near anything, and screaming that she was going to call the cops. "Call them," Rachel said. So she did. The cops showed up, and Karen began with a big lies. "She's breaking the contract!"
There's no contract, ma'am. It's not on her name, and even if it was, it ended months ago.
"But I had to do some maintenance in the apartments while they were gone, and I can't pay for it."
Not their problem, ma'am. There's no contract, and that's your responsibility.
"But they didn't pay the bills or rent."
She sent every bank transaction between you two, and even sent you money to pay 2 electricity bills which you didn't pay, and 2 gas bills which you didn't pay.
I really did, before the cops showed up, since I got there the first month.
"But they're illegals!"
No, ma'am. They legally live here.
"But they do contraband and sell illegal stuff!"
After all those lies, the cops didn't believe her, of course.
Ma'am, you're in the wrong here. What you're doing is stealing, and if you keep it up, we're gonna have some real problems. Besides, subrenting is illegal. You can't rent it for someone and have someone else living there.
"But why didn't she pay ABL?"
Some taxes they have. I really didn't. You can't pay when you're not in there. But I said okay and asked my friend to give her 2,500 pesos. Would cover everything and still be some left over. Total would be 1,800. Rachel then said, "She's demanding 25,000. I simply said, "What? She's absolutely crazy, and no way I'll give her all that money." At this moment, her daughter, ex-Karen, started calling her mom crazy because Karen didn't tell anyone the whole story.
"If she wants the TV, I can sell it to her for 30,000 pesos then."
Ma'am, the TV is not yours to sell. She gave you 3 months in advance and another month for commission.
Which is illegal, and you can't ask for that.
You're not making sense, and you should stop right now or I'm taking you to the station.
And asked my friend to pick my stuff up. Karen then throws another fit and doesn't let anyone go near the washing machine, and the cops had to hold her. She then started yelling that we were stupid Brazilians and that no one can trust Brazilians and that we were meant to steal everything. So Rachel picked everything up. The cops had to stay there to make sure Karen would just let us be, and then she went home with my stuff. The next day comes and Karen starts spamming my other friend, let's call her Gina, the one who previously rented the apartment, but Karen never ended the contract when I got in. Of course, Karen didn't tell her the whole story, just told her her side of the story, and Gina came straight to me telling me that Karen told her I scammed her and stole 60,000 pesos from her and didn't pay rent, left her with loads of bills and broke the whole apartment. I told her everything, of course, and that she had nothing to worry about, since the contract was then, indeed, over, and the cops gave me the whole reason. Gina then asked me to pay Karen at least 30,000 because she was afraid Karen would sue her. Karen couldn't sue her, she had no case, and I, of course, said no to that. In the end, Karen would have kept everything, but since she was a B-word, by demanding I left the apartment the next day and demanding my stuff, she's got nothing now. Later, we found out she hid all my stuff inside the apartment's closet and took pictures of it with our furniture and rented it with everything inside for 24,000. We were paying 10,000, and 24,000 for that apartment was a lot. It's a 16 square meter with no windows. So she she did rent it to someone else, and she was already going to change the lock, and when we went back to get our stuff, we wouldn't be able to get in, and there'd be other people living in there. Yo, that absolutely was shady of Karen to do. Bonkers, and really weird, and low-key, concerning. This story's called, I Tried to Give Away Something for Free. I should have known better. I moved into my new home earlier this year and decided to buy myself a new couch. I decided to give the old pull-out couch away for free because it was IKEA and kind of raggedy after 4 years of use. I also didn't want to put in any more effort than strictly necessary. In the advertisement, I put all the necessary information: model, size, color, and most importantly, when it could be picked up. I decided on the weekend before the new couch would be delivered, as my grandmother would be over on Friday and I wanted to make sure she could sit comfortably. I posted the ad on Tuesday. Then I got the first messages.
OMG, I'm so happy that you're offering this couch for free!
Glad you're happy about it. Are you able to pick it up on Saturday X or Sunday Y?
I don't know. I don't have any means of transportation yet. Can you bring it to my place?
No, it is pickup only.
Oh, because I don't drive.
That's too bad. Does that mean you don't want it anymore?
I want it. Can you hold it for me?
No, I'm sorry, but I don't hold things. I don't have hands. First person to agree to a time to pick it up will get it.
Please. I'm a single mom, and I live in a one-bedroom apartment with my kid, and I have to sleep on the couch, and I've been eyeing this model forever, but I cannot afford it.
Sorry. Still no. 5 minutes later.
I have transportation! That means it's mine, right?
Congratulations. Yes, you can have it. Do you want to come and get it on Saturday or Sunday?
Well, see, my neighbor has to drive me because I don't have a car and I don't drive. Then we have to rent a trailer. So we're coming on Friday.
At this point, I am already done with it. I don't need her life story. I need to get rid of the couch. But I decided that if she really only could do it Friday, she could come at 8 p.m. or something like that. I told her that. Of course, this wasn't good enough for her.
No, we'll be there at 3 p.m. We need to drive for more than an hour and the trailer needs to be back at the rental shop at 5.
Sorry, that won't work. I have company over it. I can't exactly ask them to sit on the floor because you want the couch.
Yeah, but you want to get rid of it, right? I'm willing to take it off your hands. And you know it'll get a great home with someone who's actually happy with it.
Like I'm rehoming a puppy or something. Lady, it's a couch. Shoot arrows at it. Blow it up if you want to. I don't mind. Still, no. The ad said pick up on Saturday or Sunday. I'm willing to do Friday evening for you, but I really cannot do Friday afternoon. I can't ask my elderly grandmother to stand up because you can't afford to buy a couch.
But then I can't get it.
I'm sorry. I hope you'll find something else soon.
Yeah, you probably have all the money in the world. You don't care if your couch goes to a single mom or not. Why don't you just want to do this for me?
At this point, I had completely had it with her. Look, I am giving away a free couch. You're trying to make your problems my problem. It's not my problem that you can't afford a new couch. It's not my problem that you don't drive. It is not my problem that you only have transportation on Friday afternoon. The ad was very specific on when it could be picked up. If you can't meet those very easy criteria, this is not the couch for you. Do you want to pick it up on Friday at 8 p.m., anytime on Saturday or Sunday, or not at all? It was quiet for about 15 minutes.
You are a worthless person. You don't care about others. You only care about yourself. You could have helped me, but no! You have to be selfish. Choke on that couch.
So I blocked her and gave the couch to the next person, who was very friendly about it, came on time, and had it disassembled and out of my house in under 15 minutes. Wow, you can't beat that customer service, as in service by the customer. Free stuff is great. People who don't appreciate free stuff, not great. Alright, this story's called, I offered 2 apples and a banana to a homeless dude begging for money for food. He said, "Screw you! I want a Domino's pizza!" I was on the train subway in a major North American city. A man, who I assumed to be homeless, was walking by every passenger asking for money and telling them that he didn't eat for a few days. When he came up to me, I offered my grocery bag that had some fresh fruit and offered him 2 apples and a banana. Oh. He looked at me like I was insulting him and said, "Screw you! I want a Domino's pizza!" Then he left to ask the next passenger. I was shocked.
not.
That's it. That's the story. Ah, silly. That wasn't a homeless man. That was Domino's CEO, Richard E. Allison Jr. Fun fact, he does that a lot. I know him. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to never miss an episode.